Yes, yes. Now it has started. Okay. So good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, a very good afternoon. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm really delighted to meet you. After a long time, finally I meet you. Actually, I had been following to meet you a long time, but
Okay.
due to circumstances, due to your busy schedule, we were unable to meet together.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yes, good thing is that we have met finally. Okay, that's lovely.
exactly. Mm-hmm. So let's start with the introduction as we are meeting for the very first time. Please introduce yourself.
Sure. Of course, I would love to introduce myself. Okay, first of all, I would like to say a very thank you for having me this free right to speak in front of you. My name is Rayan, and I am hail from Jharkhand, but right now I am in Saudi Arabia. If I talk about my qualification, so I have done bachelor's degree, become honors in 2019. Come to the hobbies, I like playing cricket, reading books, and exploring new skills. I love to know about technology, and moreover, I
Mm-hmm.
have a YouTube channel where I upload English conversation related to it. That's it. That's bit about me. Thank you.
Yeah, great and good to hear that. So now it's my turn. So as you know, my name is Nutar and I'm from Mathura. And I have just started working as a teacher. It has been only 1 month. And talking about my qualification, I'm graduate from commerce. And yes, I have a YouTube channel and I'm blessed with 2 kids. So this is all about me. Thank you.
Okay, that's lovely to know. Mm. Okay, so you have two kids. Okay, how
Yes,
old
yes.
they are?
My son is in 10th grade.
10th grade. Okay,
Mm,
so right now I think it's time to exam. So
exactly. On tomorrow, it's his second exam.
second exam. Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
So how's
So,
right
yes, yes.
recently? Okay,
Yeah.
recently you started as a teacher. So how's your
Mm.
life? It's going all well.
Yes, everything is going on really well, really fine. Thank you for asking. And, going to the school and then dealing with the students. So it's quite challenging as well. But now I can say I have learned that how to deal with them as it has been 1 month. And I'm enjoying this experience.
Okay. So any dilemma, any trouble are you facing during your teaching like that?
One thing that sometimes really irk me, that is I have to just turn my volume up so many times. So
Okay.
somewhere
Yeah.
due to that I'm getting my throat totally hoarse and sometimes sore throat as well. Mm.
Okay. So how many student over there you teach them?
Like in a class, the whole class, and the number of students, if I tell you, so they are I think 35 to 40.
Mhm. So you must to speak loudly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Say, what did you say?
Yeah, I was thinking of having a conversation on any specific topic. Do you have any topic? Something which like comes up in your mind?
Okay. Actually, I didn't expect, but yes, let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. So, if you get a chance to live in eras, so which era would you like to choose for living? Previous era or in this present era?
Okay, meaning it's all up to me. I need to just opt, right?
Yes,
Mm,
it's up to you only. Which
okay,
era?
so yeah, so I would love to again relive the life of my childhood because once you are child, so you are this much innocent and the kind of feeling of happiness, being happy all the time, and we can be happy on anything if the thing is or the situations are really trivial. Even though we are really happy, we have some snacks to have, we are happy. Like talking about the things which I earlier used to think and the kind of feelings we used to have when we used to be a child. So that kind of feelings I'm just sharing with you. So, being a child, we used to be really innocent. But now, if I tell you about today's scenario, so it's totally changed. A big, drastic change here because children, they are really happy with the smartphone, with the games, and yeah, on laptop. Playing any game on laptop, online games. So they are much interested and indulge in that. So somewhere that's not really good for their health, specifically their their mind. They have so many things, and by playing such kind of games they become aggressive, as well as they are just watching and playing games which is totally related with the fighting. This is
Correct.
why they are becoming like the same way. Okay, so I'm not talking about today's scenarios, kids or children. I'm talking about the life that I already have been lived, being a child. So I want to go back there and relive that moment, with my parent. Like now my father is no more. So I used to just take that, relish, that kind of enjoyment and the feeling of ownness and the belongingness with my family, with my siblings and my, you can say, my uncle and aunt. So yeah, it's a different kind of feeling and experience, I can say, that we have gained and we gained in our childhood.
Okay, that's lovely. But actually, I was talking about, which era. Like I was talking about 50, 100 years ago,
No, no,
because
no. I'm not really interested in that. This is why I chose this. I understood your point, but I don't want to go this much back. This much back era. No, I don't. I just want to live this life. I don't know what happened in my past life and any kind of previous era. I don't want to go back. I just want to live
well,
my own life with my
that's
family.
why that's why I gave you a chance to choose which era would you like to live and
This was
why.
also a kind of era when we used to be a child. So it was a different era and a different, like, I think 2 decades ago. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is why I chose this, and I just opted this.
Okay. But if I talk about me, so definitely I would also like to choose this era, because we are living in this era of technology. We have many of technology, so it becomes our life easy peasy. Suppose if I give to example, travel. If we want to go anywhere, anytime, we can go within a minute, within hours, within a days. We don't. It will. It won't take much time. If I talk about other examples, so like other example is education. Education also has been become a very easy peasy. But previously, it's really hard for us to find anything, to get a knowledge anything. And the third example is that, like in this era, females and males, we are both same. Okay, we have both rights. The females, they can show their talent, whatever they have. They can show their knowledge of level. But if I talk about previously, so women, they didn't have rights to do anything. They didn't have rights to show their talent. They previously, they used to live at home only. They used to live taking care of their family only. And sometime I heard, alive women used to burn. So
Yeah,
obviously, don't we don't want to live this that era. We right now we are living in many of technology eras. But this present era, disadvantage is that, the due to in the internet, due to technology, because of technology, we become couch potato, we become lazy. We usually we don't go prefer sorry we don't prefer to go outside to buy something. We don't prefer to go anywhere something. So we become lazy. So but still,
but you
we
want to still live in this era. You want to
because
choose.
yes, because life has become easy peasy. but previously it was a very horrible, we didn't have anything, previously, whenever we want to go, we wanted to go, so it takes it used to take a lot of time, but now we can go anytime, anywhere. So
Exactly, exactly. This is why we are not going back, in our life. We are not,
mm,
we are just going ahead, not back. And you explained really rightly, and the things that you have chosen for yourself, that's nice. But one point that's I feel like it, I will back to differ this. The thing is, talking about education, you said
mm,
really rightly. I totally concur with this. But talking about education and the syllabus of particular education like class, let's say talking about 10th grade syllabus or 12th grade syllabus, so it has been reduced, the kind of syllabus I'm talking about, just because of the pressure that students should not be taking this much pressure. And talking about the examination that are going to be held, and that is just being happening and occurring. So there are so many gaps between two
mm,
examinations, like let's say 5 days gap, even 10 days gap. You won't believe, or I think you might be knowing this about 10th
yeah,
grade students examination and their the
exactly.
holidays I'm talking about. So when we used to be a student in our childhood, so we didn't get this much space, or I can say the holidays for our examination, to be prepared for the examination. And we used to have so much pressure, so much pressure, and we didn't have the such kind of technology and the games and the smartphone to just I can say enjoy, and how to coax ourselves, how to just just you have to pursue it yourself. So we didn't have such kind of things, stuff we didn't have. So we used to go out and play games, outdoor games, let's say kabaddi, let's say anything, bat ball, anything, cricket, anything. So we used to do such kind of things as well. We used to talk with our friends in our childhood. We used to take care of our parents as well, and the kind of the aspect of respect. So we used to this much respect to our elders, elderly people, and specifically our parents. We used to obey them. But now what is happening, just because of the technology and such kind of stuff, so many things are happening and prevalent in the society. So children are becoming really kind of brat. They are not understanding the parents, and their mindset is totally different. But
Yeah,
again, I would like to drag this point, education. See, when we used to be a child and student, so we had this much syllabus to cover up, to practice, to revise everything. So we used to have a kind of power of being resilience. We used to be really flexible, like okay, I'm to do this, I'm to do my practicing and the revision and all the stuff. But and that time we had much pressure. But now I think the pressure has been reduced to some extent, just because of the students, by seeing students mindset and whatever it is. So this I wanted to share.
okay, wow, that's lovely. You're
Yeah.
right.
So you were saying that you would like to just retain and remain in this era. I think we all want. I also want. I would not say that I don't want, but when it comes to choose or opt, in which era would you like to go back in your life, whether your childhood, whether like any decades or past years, or any kind of, kind of filmy drama and something like this. So yeah, I also would like to stay and just remain in this era. And as I am totally contented with the things which I do, and the people I meet, and the people I have, like family members I'm having, so I'm totally satisfied with this. I just
Mm.
don't want to leave them. I'm like totally happy and ecstatic with them.
Oh yeah, and the other thing is, the worst part is that in this present era, you know, most of the person, they have no time to live with family. They don't, most
Yeah,
of the
this I was
they,
about to say.
yeah, yes, the most of the person, they don't prefer to live their family. But previously, many of person, they live with their family. They used to spend their time. with their family.
Exactly. True
But now
that.
now we are so busy to having having a internet, having a work. We have a lot of
And
pressure.
watching reels as well. Watching
Yeah.
reels as well. Yeah. Reels all the time. Yeah. So somewhere we are drifting away from our real, like I can say the people who are really, really well wisher to us. So sometimes we just neglect them and we negate their, presence as we are using the phone. We are this much indulged to use the phone. So that's not a really good part here. Like being a parent, being a teacher, we need to instill the good sacrament and the values to our kids.
Yeah, see, everywhere, pros and cons. We
Yes.
cannot deny. Okay, so we should go away through the our journey through the time. So that's it.
Yeah. Okay, Rian. So do you have anything to share or ask?
Okay, let's take how much time. Oh yeah, we have time more. So okay, the next question is, what makes you happiness? You can say general question. What can
Uh,
makes you happy?
mhm. I would say I think everything. Whatever I do, as I earlier mentioned this, whatever I do, I'm totally contented. Contented means happiness. Uh, if you are not contented, meaning you are not satisfied, so you're not being happy that time. So being happy means you are contented. You are contented with the things you do. You are contented with the family members, with the situations, the scenarios you are coming across. So yeah, this is it. Meaning this is the being happy. Being happy. Being happy is all about the kind of happiness you can say. And happiness and contentment is not different. They are quite interconnected. So to
Okay.
me, whatever I do and whatever like let's say I go to the school, I deal with the students, then I come back home and I do the things, I do the home chores and everything, and I talk with people like this way. So in everything, whatever I do, I totally happy. I don't have any kind of complaint. No.
Or rather, it was worst part or
Yeah.
good
Once,
part. Makes
yeah,
it makes you happy.
exactly. Talking about we many times we come across such kind of situation which is not in our way, meaning negative aspects you can say. So at that time it is you, how can you just hold yourself, how can you not going to being influenced with that kind of scenario or the people or the situation, anything. So it totally depends on you. So according to me, I can just that time I can just hold myself, I can hold myself this much internally. I'm talking about like my emotional feelings. This is it. So I can just hold my emotional feelings. I cannot get myself swayed by seeing the people if they are not behaving in my way and something like this. This time also I'm really like quiet and relaxed, calm. Yeah.
Okay,
So being calm also kind of being happy. If something is not
right.
irritating you, bothering you, and you're totally still, you're totally composed, poised, this means also you're happy. Nothing is like,
Right.
irritating you. Things are happening around you, it's quite irritable. Even though you're not feeling that kind of, being irritable or frustrated, this means you're okay, you're calm, you're still.
Makes sense. Right. Or if I talk about me, so yes, I right now I'm in Saudi Arabia. So I have been here for 2 years. For 2 years. So, but when I was in India, so I have actually I have big family. So I have six nephews. So I used to
Mm,
play with them. I always happy with them. So right now I am here for 2 years. So whenever I connect with them, whenever I call with them, I talk with them. So it makes me happy.
okay.
And the other thing is that whenever I connect with some strangers, and the conversation it goes very well. So it makes me also happy, right?
Okay. And what if it doesn't go well? Don't you happy that
Ah,
time?
it makes me sad. Yes, it makes me underconfidence sometimes. because
Then you
we
doubt yourself.
it's
Do you doubt?
it's naturally what.
Then you doubt on yourself.
Of
You
course
become
not.
being
Of
you
course
some
not.
kind of okay. Continue. Yes, yes.
Of course not. I try to give my best. Okay, but somehow it happens to. Sometimes it goes wrong. Sometimes it goes well. So we it's natural. Sometimes we feel happy. Sometimes we feel sad. So we cannot deny. We cannot stop it. Yeah.
This means you can just get influenced by the situation.
Oh, right.
Don't take it to otherwise. This happens in today's scenario. This happens. But talking about being sad, being irritable. So we can be irritable anytime. We can be bothered
Mm,
anytime. Talking about going outside, commuting here and there by your own
mm,
vehicle or maybe public transport, and then there's a kind of clash between two people, or there's a clash between kind of collide, you can say, between two
mm,
vehicles, and they'll just start, abusing and something like this. And sometimes they are like this much doing such kind of things which is not appearing good. Somewhere they
right.
are like beating a lot of things they do. So I think at the same time we also can become really irritable. We can be
Mm,
influenced by such scenarios and the scenes.
yes.
Yeah. And yes, waiting for your turn in any scenario you can choose. Waiting for your turn. Let's say you are going to the bank, okay, and it's taking long. You have to get something done. Anything, it could be
Mm,
anything. And now you are waiting, and you're not bearing that. It's a kind of, you're not standing that, like you can't just tolerate at the same time, like as you are getting late for some other work. At the same time, internally you are becoming this much irritable, frustrating. So it depends on the situations, not you. But to me, situations are not in our way. They are not going to
correct.
be in our way. Even people also, they are not going to behave in our way. It is we how we just tackle the things, and how we just hold ourselves, and retain that kind of being calm, being peaceful. Yeah.
Okay, so I have done my bit. Do you
Okay,
have
but
any
it was
query?
really nice. No, 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 I don't have. So let's call it a day. And it was really nice and engaging conversation with you. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Have a good day, and it was very nice to talk to you. Thank you
Thank you.
for your
Thank you. Bye
precious
bye.
time.
Thank you.